So yesterday we touched upon the very fundamental understanding of developed consciousness versus regular consciousness. All right? The regular consciousness is given to even a unicellular or single cell in existence, whether it is a plant cell or an animal cell. It has 4 regular functions: eating, sleeping, making and defending. Every cell can duplicate, means their procreation is there. But out of that, higher consciousness are there. And there are 3 categories we have to understand. And different grades of living entities are animals. Living entities who display life symptoms are better than those who are not expressing life symptoms. So, actually, what is the life symptom? To respond to an external stimulus. To respond to an external stimulus is the life symptom. If somebody cannot respond to the external stimulus, it is called dead. This is the fundamental definition in biology. To respond to an external stimulus, that means he has a consciousness, but it is pertaining to the 4 things: eating, sleeping, making, and differently. So there may be single cell or multicellular organism. So those who are living entities who exhibit the symptoms of life, they display, and they are better than those who do not display. All right? Living entities like the mountains and others, they do not want to display. But higher consciousness can be, able to reciprocate, not lower. Yesterday we saw the example of Agastya Muni. He wanted Vindhyachal to obtain one of his sons so he can decorate his ashram, such a mountain, right? So that is the story of how Govardhan came into existence. Because there were conditions of the conscious response is there, but to only the higher beings. So otherwise, to ordinary people, if you go today to Vindhyachal mountain, they are already digging the resources of mountains. They are exploiting the nature, and he doesn't respond. The mining industries, they are taking up, they think they are dead material so they can exploit. But actually, Vindhyachal is supposed to be king of mountain. And at the same time, this higher nature can be only reciprocated by those who know the secrets. They don't want to exploit. They may request. So, Agastya Muni was told, you can take one of my sons, but with a condition. If you put him somewhere just for your rest, he will get stuck there, and he will not be able to move, and you will not be able to move. So, where Govardhan lies, Vindhyachal Parvat is sent, the sun, Agastya Muni was carrying, but due to the pressure Krishna created, why he is taking to his ashram. This is my form. I would like to get stuck here. So he was passing through Brajabhumi and Giriraj Govardhan came because Agassi Muni wanted to pass. He was so much pressured by carrying. He said, I want a relief. He forgot at that time, the promise that, or the condition that was given to him. So, Agassi Muni laid down Govardhan and he got stuck there. So Agassi Muni became very, very angry. Oh, you do not know my promise. Okay, I'll curse you that you will decrease every day by the size of a sesame seed. You will decrease every day. So this is how Govardhan is reducing. I mean, this is the conscious of heart communication. And this is how Giriraj accepted Noah. Yes, I will be there. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so much respectful, would not take on Giriraj because it's the form of Lord Vishnu, and Krishna ordered him that, if you want to take part-time in the pastimes, you want to take part, here, you become Govardhan. Similarly, he told Brahma, you become Brahmacharya. And Shivji, he became Nandana. So, I will come and reside and play my pastimes. Radharani will come to Brahmacharya. So in this way, the divine arrangement is there. Everyone wants to participate in Krishna's pastimes. And Krishna does not distinguish who is dead material in the eyes of human. Everything is chintamani. Everything is self-conscious. That is the realm of spiritual life. That you become so friendly to even Girikandara. They give shelter in Kali Yuga. People are going in the mountains to have a residence because they are sick and tired of city pollution. And so many people are staying in upper, altitudes. Glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is through developed consciousness. If somebody does not have developed consciousness, he will not be able to sing the glories of the Supreme Lord. For Krishna, everything is Chintamani. So we have to cultivate the vision of Chintamani. Chinta means thinking. Chit, it is a function of consciousness. So consciousness should be so much purified that people are learning hard way to become friend of the nature when they created so much pollution and they are suffocating. They make men responsible where the gross materials of enjoyment, they exploited the resources of Mother Nature. They are no better than Venus. You know the story of the Venus. He was usurping all the natural resources of the Mother Nature. Even Mother Nature would withdraw, producing anything to such a, when people are exploiting, you cannot find 12 forests of Vrindavan. There are no more forests. All the roads have been taken up. Some preservation is there, but it's how much you can use your resources. They can't clean Jamuna. All the sewage, raw sewage is being thrown in. And Jamuna waters do not reach to Vrindavan even. It's all dirty water, even though whatever is coming. So government has a scheme, people are sentimental, they need Jamuna. So they put up a canal from Ganga to pour the water in the Jamuna. And therefore they built up a big barrage in Mathura, or in Koku barrage, to store some Ganges water. And people say, look at Jamuna. It's baffling. But the entire question is of consciousness. The developed consciousness of human being, and that too towards the favor of Lord Shri Krishna, understanding that everything belongs to Krishna. Krishna plays the pastimes in Jamuna. It's not a sentiment, it's a development of consciousness. Our consciousness, which is the quality of spiritual, and we still pollute it to exploit the resources of material nature. So how is it going to be, beneficial to human being? How it will be beneficial to him who is exploiting? That is sense gratification. So those who are engaged in sense gratification activities, the resolute determination to serve the Supreme Absolute Truth will not arise. Never arise. Bhogeshwari prasaptana taya pratascetasa vyavasayatmika buddhi samadhurma vidiyate. That occupation of the soul is to think of the original nature of the consciousness. That we have to cultivate in Krishna consciousness. Krishna's consciousness, not our consciousness. We can't live through our consciousness. We may finagle here and there, try to make some kind of efforts that somehow or other this institution called ISKCON can keep on going, this. But actually, it is an opportunity to cultivate our consciousness to such a high, and we should not feel that, we are so much having the thankless task, but it has to be done in higher consciousness. So, you cannot compare with ordinary people, that even though you have taken up a higher responsibility, giving up so many things. Yes, we are supposed to give up because nothing goes with us. What goes is the level of consciousness. So here is that the living entities who display life symptoms are better than the dead matter. Animals with developed consciousness are better than them. Alright? And better still are those who have developed the sense perception. Means they understand and they learn something of importance of why the senses have been given. Why? In the very first beginning, before the creation, Krishna created 24 elements. Out of that, there are 5 sense objects and 5 senses and 5 organs of senses. The very first subject matter is of our senses. The subjects means Shabda, Sparsha, Gandha. So all these 5 subjects are there. To create the subject, you need to perceive how to recognize it. So the senses were there. There are internal senses and external sense organs. So that makes 5 senses, 5 objects of senses, and 5 working senses. 15 elements are right there. Krishna did not create anything else. But then, he also created the medium in order to perceive. So earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego. to different sections because the gross has to be manifested. So, earth, water, fire, air, ether are coming out from each other, from the subsequent. First, Shabda was there. From Shabda, the sky has to be the medium. The sky was created. Then all of the four organs have been also created. 5 subjects, 5 objects, and 5 sensory perceptions. So 15 are there. Then 8 of the Astata Prakriti, Gomira, Paralokam, Manobuddhire, which are Ankara, Etiyam, and Bhinna Astata Prakriti. So 23. Right. And the fourth one is the Mahatattva. Means the 3 modes of material nature. The soul was introduced in it. So, from 24, soul is number 25. And Paramatma also came. That is 26. So, soul and super soul, they are not created, but they were introduced. And this. So, different combination and permutation can give rise to 8.4 million species of life, from lower to high. This is how Srimad Bhagavatam is explaining. So we see, yesterday we saw that why they are better, and if we talk of our category, human perception, it should be so much expanded, not to only sense of objects, but the level of consciousness is the main thing. Even our children, we saw, they are growing up, but they pertain only eating, sleeping, right? Little activities. They are like animals. They do not have further perception. If you try to make him laugh too much, he will start crying. Because limited sense perception. In the beginning he will respond, but if you do it more than his capacity, he will start crying. Completely opposite. Oh, just I was playing with you. No. But understand, this is very important, that childhood is like the animal state. But when they become adolescent, then all the senses are growing up, and they should not be misused. So it is a very volatile stage, and we are concerned on so many things about the growing children, And that sense perception and other things will not be able to make. Therefore, Brahmanical training, Brahmachari training is important. They talk on the sense perceptions. So today, number 29, Tatrapi Sparshavedibhyah Pravara Rasavedinah Tebhyo Gandhavit Shrestha Tatah Shabda Vido Varaha Tatrapi Sparshavedibhyah Pravara Rasavedinah Tebhyo Gandhavidah Shreshthas Tatah Shabda Vido Varaha
Sabda-vido-varaha.
Tatrapi sparsha-vedibhyah
Tatrapi sparsha-vedibhyah.
pravara-rasa-vedinah
Pravara-rasa-vedinaha.
tebhyo gandha-vidah shrestha
Dibro-gandha-vidah shrestha.
tatha shabda-vido-varaha
Tata Sabda-vido-varaha.
Tatrapi sparsha-vedibhyah
Tatrapi sparsha-vedibhyah.
pravara-rasa-vedinah
Pravara-rasa-vedinaha.
tebhyo gandha-vidah shrestha
Dibro-gandha-vidah shrestha.
tatha shabda-vido-varaha
Tata Sabda-vido-varaha. Tatrapi shastra-vedibhyah.
Tatrapi sparsa vedibhyah
Pravarasa-vedinaha.
pravarasa vedinaha
Tatrapi gandha-vidya-shasta.
tebhyo gandhavida shrestha
Tatta sada-vido-varaha.
tata sabda vido varaha tatrapi sparsa vedibhyah
Tatra pasya-vedivaraha.
pravarasa vedinaha
Pravarasa-vedinaha.
tebhyo gandhavida shrestha
Debro-gandha-vida-shrestha.
tata sabda vido varaha
Tata sabda-vido-varaha.
tatra
Tatra
amongst them
among them
api
moreover
moreover
sparsha-vedibhyah
sparsha-vedibhyah.
then those perceiving touch
then those perceiving touch
pravaraha
pravaraha
Better.
rasa-vedinah
rasavedina
those perceiving taste
those perceiving taste
tedibhyah
vedibhyah
then them
then them
gandha-vidah
gandhavidaha
those perceiving smell
those perceiving smell
shrestha
shrestha
better
Tataha
tataha
then them
then them
shabda-vidah
sabda-vidaha.
those perceiving sound
those perceiving sound
varaha
Better.
translation and purport by His Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Amongst the living entities who have developed sense perception, those who have developed the sense of taste are better than those who have developed the sense of touch. The better than them are those who have developed sense of smell, and better still are those who have developed the sense of hearing. See? The five senses, which is more appreciated. All the Westerners except that Darwin first expounded the doctrine of evolution. The science of anthropology is not new. Development of the evolutionary process was known long before from Bhagavatam, which was written 5,000 years ago. There are records of the statements of Kapila Muni, who was present almost in the beginning of the creation. This knowledge has existed since the Vedic times, and all these sequences are disclosed in Vedic literature. The theory of gradual evolution of anthropology is not new to the Vedas. It is said that amongst the trees are also the evolutionary processes. The different kind of trees have touch perception. It is said that it's better than the trees are the fish, because the fish have developed sense of taste. Better than the fish are the bees, who have developed the sense of smell, and better than them are the serpents, because serpents have developed the sense of hearing. In the darkness of night, a snake can find its eatables simply by hearing the frogs very pleasant cries. Actually, they have no external ears. Yet, the sound vibrations are highly perceived. They have eyes, but in the night the eyes do not work. some of even daylight eyes, they have studied the eyes of a most venomous snake here, the rattlesnake. There is an infrared image developed and it sees it moving. But infrared, even in your radiology, is not very clear, but it shows the movement. Ultrasound also is not that much clear, but it shows the impact and not the clear picture. But the most sensitive is MRI and others. They can give more atomic clearance. So the point is that there are developments of perceptions. And anthropology deals with this kind of subjects, but one which is better. As for example, when we start with a single cell life of an amoeba, all right? If you just point a little pin near him, and he will withdraw and try to move away. That's the sense of touch. If sense of touch is there, but it is very low perception. You have to go near and then wait. If a thief comes and we are deep sleep, how would you know? The thief is not going to touch you. You can't smell him even. You can't lick him even. The taste. Only the sound. So those with sound perception, they are far better than others. We are also supposed to be, using the perception of the sound. Shabda Brahman. Shabda Brahman. Written, spoken, these are all, they are the highest developing perceiving organs, the Shabda, the hearing. So, how do you hear? You just hear a sound vibration, right? But without attention, that's not good. Or you hear and store in your memory and then utilize the hearing and then analyze after some time at your leisure. You would have forgotten so many things. That's not good. But the best hearing, it is said to be Bhavanti Radha Karna Rasayana Katha. Most of the hearing doesn't have much potency, but when you hear the Shabda Brahman, Brahman is Supreme Personality of Godhead who is explained in choicest poetry. Means the Shabda is also so much potent, but you have to receive through your ear and heart. That becomes Bhavaushadhi, the medicine to get rid of repeated birth and death. The beautiful verse in Srimad Bhagavatam that Bhavaushadhi Shrotra Manobhiramat Kaha Uttam Sloka Gunanuvadan Bina Virajeta Bina Pashudhana. Only the killer of the soul will not be able to hear or glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Uttama Sloka Gunanuvada, the transcendental qualities has to be. And that must enter into the ear and heart. Then it becomes like a Bhavaushadhi. medicine to get rid of repeated birth and death. So more concentratedly you hear the Sanskrit sloka, you remember, and you try to, apply in a deeper thought that will make your consciousness more, transcendental. So, Srila Prabhupada quotes all these verses. It's famous. And it's not difficult, but everybody has to practice. Where the potency is to practice. It's not imitation. So, the process is there. In our early school, we were told to repeat. Even tables of multiplication, you have to repeat. एक गुणिया एक बराबर एक गुणिया बे बराबर बे. Go one. You have to, but that is the best thing because you hear. You speak and you hear. Because hearing process is the most powerful amongst all the other five senses. Hearing is the most powerful. So here, Kabir Dev is confirming what is better. So there are specific animals who has so much hearing power to protect themselves. Like deer, that have built-in sonar and radar system, we call it. They can perceive the minutest sound of movement, and that happens because tigers and other animals, wild animals, they can to kill them. So Krishna has provided so much better sound vibration and its perception than human being. And look at that. I'm trying to enhance my hearing. but that is just to help. We must utilize in hearing the transcendental sound vibration. You do not require to hear the film songs, this machine. We do not need sensitive hearings. Just listen to Srila Prabhupada and repeat. So others will hear. You don't have to learn everything on your own, but just to follow the process. The process is perfect. So here, Kapil Dev is giving the fundamentals of what is better. So sense of touch is the lowest. Sense of touch is the lowest sense perception. Rather, sense of taste and touch. Yehi sansparshaja bhoga dukkhayonaya evate adhyatavanta kaunte nate ramate shuddha. Krishna, the sense gratificatory, activities, beginning with the sense of touch, they are the very breeding ground for the miseries. So those who are intelligent by discrimination, they will not enter into such subjects at all. Nate ramate shuddha. So this kind of training has been given in brahmachari life. Who gives this? Kapil Dev is telling to his mother, and mother is a very respectful position, but the absolute truth has to be conveyed. Krishna doesn't leave any leaf unturned to convince us. He will be able to, but we have to be very conversant with the verdict. What is the verdict? The verdict was that because all the great saints, they accepted. So, if I accept, there is nothing. That is the Prabhupada said, Krishna is God. Because that has been said by Brahma, Narada, Vyasa, Madhvacharya, all the great saints, they meditate upon him and him alone. I also accept because I'm coming in that same disciplic succession. That here is God Krishna. So when I say to you, here is Lord Krishna, why don't you accept it? This was exactly a very sweet slap on the Indologist, like Thomas Hopkins, Harvey Cox. It is given in the video is there in Acharya number 3 or so, the series of Acharya, And this not interview, it is a talk in Los Angeles, I think 1974 or so. And Prabhupada said, you will hear. So you are all Indologists. You have studied the literature, the development of the Indus Valley culture, the Vedas, Upanishads and everything, and you must know who God is now. In Bible, God's acceptance is there, but who is God? Nobody knows. In different denominations, different indications are there. In Bible, it is said as the fire in the bush, but that is God. Then somebody says Jehovah, the Jewish term, that also bifurcated, but they depict him as an old man, and just like a nomad, they don't have any other conception of the qualities, the divine qualities, no conception. And Buddha, the third, he himself is God, but he denies and put up an atheism. So nobody knows, but here we still stick to the authoritative version. Here is Krishna is God. Most of the Hindus say everybody is God, but it's all foolishness because they have not got the Shabda Brahman yet. No reasonability. The transcendental nature must be understood perfectly. So when Srila Prabhupada telling you are all theologians, means theology means one who knows God. Theology is a study of knowing God. So who God is? And they cannot answer. It's live, and Prabhupada put up this. So see, how's it coming from the school of thought of theology? And there are great professors, like Vedavyasapriya himself, and everybody accepted this personality, the Supreme Personality. Christians do believe in personality, but they do not know. They don't have any descriptions. So here we call him Krishna. So if I present it in a very authoritative way, and you do not know first of all, so why don't you accept? But picture right there, why don't you accept? And all these professors are how they see that. Thomas Hawkins was little intelligent. So Prabhupada, you are right. But according to different theology, different things. Prabhupada said, if you say differences and try to sprinkle on this may be God and that, but you do not know. Theology is a subject matter to know the Supreme, as the Supreme Personality of God. I represent it, but the Bible is not representing. So, if God is one, and here is the absolute truth, personality of God, and accepted through the succession, why don't you accept? And Thomas Hawkins said, yes, this is a stupidity. Prabhupada said, actually you are not theologians, you are theosophists. Theosophy means philosophy of accepting anyone or whoever unknown, everything comes in theosophy. Means a speculation. Here is one opportunity to perceive through sound vibration. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So take up the sound vibration is the most important aspect to realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is so powerful. When you call Krishna, when you call anybody else by name, the person will respond to you. So if Krishna is spoken in its complete pureness of perfect understanding and application, your life is 100% devoted to Lord Krishna. Krishna is not obscure. Prabhupada said, my spiritual master always accompanied me. He feels the presence. So we should also feel the presence of Krishna everywhere. So that is the conscious development through the hearing. Hearing and chanting. Shravanam is most important than Kirtanam. Parikshit Maharaj accepted Shravanam process. You can inquire, that's okay. And Kirtanam process was by Sukadeva Swami to perfect his life. And Smaranam Prahlad. This is so perfectly explained, and because the principle remains the same. So how Kapil Dev is analyzing. This is better than this is better than that. But that's the way it is a sequence of production and creation. Things are created, produced. Even Bible is accepting. In the beginning there was the Word and the Word was God. Sound vibration is very important. So, what's the difference? Prabhupada said you will become a better Christian, but who is chanting? Even the rosaries are taken only by the Jesuits and probably the Gregorian monks. But the rest of the people, they don't do anything. They go to the church on Saturday, confess their sins to the priest, and the priest is going to absolve it. And from next week again, Prabhupada said they will start doing the same business. So, sense of touch is so much prevalent that without sense of touch, that is, they cannot understand anything. Sense of touch. But that is the very breeding ground of the miseries. Even Prahlad Maharaj knows this sequence. He prays to Lord Srikadev when after his father was killed by him. And little child is telling in the prayer, Yanmai Thunadi Grahamedi Sukham Hitocham. Kandorev Karayoreva Dukha Dukha. Trupyanti Neha Kripana Bahadukha Bhajan. Kandoti Vat Manasi Jan Savishayatatira. Say, the sense of touch. Maithunadi are nothing but sense of touch. That Grahamedi Sukham, those who are simply sense gratifiers in the household life, eating, sleeping, making and defending and do not do any damn thing. That Sukham is tuchha. It's just like, Karayor eva dukkha dukkha. This little pimple on your skin, and Karayor with the hand you try to, make it little comfortable because it is pain. But more you will do, more it will inflate. You're touching and trying to clear the pain, it will not, it will increase. So, Trupyanti it will not satisfy you. Kripana, because you are miser in your intelligence. Bahadukha Bhaja, you become recipient of miseries. Sakanduti one who is controlled Mansija through this sense perception has arised from your mind. Vishaheta Dhira, become a sober and understand the subject matter of. So, why would Rupa Goswami give in Upadeshamrit? Vacho Vegam, Manasakrodha Vegam, Jiva Vegam, Udarupastha Vegam, Etan Vegani Vishadeta Dhira Sarvamapi. All the 6 urges, they need to be controlled because they are arising from the sense of perception. Sense perception means touch. Vachovega, the vibrations of the tongue. You feel, oh, you speak so boldly, oh, you speak so sweetly, oh, you speak so harsh. Then, Udarupasthavayam, because the tongue is very voracious. The juices come in the tongue and you like it every time you throw prasada, but we never think of Sharira Vidyajal, Jadendriyata hai kam, Jive Phile Vishay Sangare, Tar Madhye Jivayati, Lopamaya Sudurmati, Ake Jitha Kathina Sansare, Krishna Parataya Maya Karibhai Jivajaya Swaprasada Nadilopaya. I mean, where is our consciousness? But reading prasadam, so they will understand that the favor of Krishna is the mercy of the Lord. But mercy can be perceived only those who become really conscious of the importance of prasadam. Prasada sarva dukkhanam hani rasyo pujayate. Every problem can be mitigated by prasada, means the mercy. And mercy in the form of food is the function of householders. So, this is pretty important to understand the different levels. So, what is the best way to become Krishna conscious? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So anybody has any question?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, you explained that Hare Krishna Mahamantra sound vibration is so powerful. So how can we realize that?
Become more attentive. You hear what you are chanting. That's good enough. Each and every syllable is powerful. Golokera prema dhena harinama sankirtan. If you chant, vibrate through your tongue, do you think you don't have to meditate on the sound vibration? Or you just finish it because, okay, I have to do 16 rounds, but you should know what is the purpose behind it. So you concentrate. Make your chanting qualitatively. Qualitative chanting is more important than quantitative. Chant 16 rounds, but qualitative rounds. Open your awareness while you are chanting, but on the holy name, not on any other things. Good.
So one more question was, prasadam. Prasadam is not different from Krishna. So how prasadam after some time is going to spoil? Krishna never spoils.
Why not? Prasadam means only one prasadam. Prasad means mercy. Pleasure of the Supreme. Can you please Supreme only on one aspect? That is food. Food is the mercy to be observed, seen, as well as felt in the form of a, cooked food, where the cook is also putting his consciousness in making. That will be his devotional service. He wants to please Lord Krishna because it is going to be offered first to Krishna. So, we become mindful of the pleasure of Krishna that is reflected in prasadam. But there are a lot of other ways. Why do we go and ask for blessings? Oh, I am a good boy, this. Give me blessings so I can increase my material hankerings. One big businessman used to come to Srila Prabhupada in Mumbai when Bombay Temple was under construction. So every day before going to his office, he will come and ask for blessings. One day he came and Prabhupada gave him I give you blessings that your all material hankerings will come to an end and you will become liberated. That man never came back after him. He was so much threatened. He said, oh, yeah, I'm giving you the blessings so you don't have to do all this nonsense that you will be. Even at the time of death, you will have to give up. I give you blessings right now. And he took it. He was mortified. He was mortified. He never came to get blessings. This is the condition. They don't understand how blessings can be merciful. We hear Nalkuber and Manipuri both were cursed by Narad Muni to become trees. Right? Because that was the appropriate punishment. And they realized, they became more cautious. They were waiting for Krishna. It took some time for Krishna to come. But he did, and liberated. So, curse as well as blessings, if they promote Krishna consciousness, that's best. So, Krishna's mercy, everything is mercy. But how do we see it? How do we employ it? How do we, use it so we can come closer to Krishna every day? Good. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Vedavyasapriya Swami Maharaj ki
Jai.